Singh and I speak regularly. We work very, very closely. I was here in India just earlier in the year, and we work very closely. We're working on a whole range of joint projects together. I can't stress how close the ties are between the UK and India. Both countries investing very, very deeply in each other's economies right now. There's a lot we can learn from each other in both in every direction. I just want to pay tribute to our hosts here, the Indian government, for making everyone so welcome, and it's been terrific so far.
Are we also looking at some bilaterals between India and UK?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, Minister Singh and I speak regularly. And we've already spoken since I've been here, and he's coming to London as my guest next as well. So we work very, very closely. I was here in India just earlier in the year, and we work very closely on all of the energy security stuff. It's so important. It's so important, I know, for India with all of its tremendous ambitions. But I think everyone knows that for India to reach its potential, it has to have security of supply of energy. And we also know simultaneously that increasingly we have to transition that as a world to being zero carbon. So there are two big challenges that we've got to face together.
Can you just tell us more about Mr. Singh's visit to London next month?
Yes, he's coming over very shortly. Unfortunately, he had to postpone the last one. He'll be over very shortly for that visit. We're working on a whole range of joint projects together, but I can't stress how close the ties are between the UK and India. Just two very good examples. Earlier this week, on Wednesday, I welcomed the Tata in £4 billion investment into a gigafactory which is going in the UK. It's a massive investment by a fantastic. In fact, I think we're standing in a Tata. I'm staying in a Tata hotel here in Goa. So that's one way around. And then yesterday, I was with JCB. You'll know them for their diggers. They tell me about half the diggers in India building the country are JCB diggers. They're built here. It's a entirely Indian supply chain, but it's a fantastic example the other way around of how both countries investing very, very deeply in each other's economies right now.
So are we also looking at this amongst G20 countries? Are we also looking at differentiating between the developed countries and those countries which are getting developed? There has been a huge difference as far as renewable energy is concerned. How do we bridge this gap?
Well, I think actually, a bit like I was just saying with the big industrial picture, we learn from each other, and I think that's a great advantage. India has the advantage of scale, both geologically and with a number of people, and it means that new markets and new ideas can be tested at a really vast scale. The UK has the advantage with energy, and particularly the transition of, for example, having built the world's largest offshore wind farms. We have the largest wind farm offshore off the North Sea, the second, the third, the fourth largest, and we've done it through a financing process called Contracts for Difference, and I know that that's really created a lot of interest. I know that, for example, India wants to have 30 gigawatts of offshore wind, I think, by 2030. So there's a lot we can learn from each other in both in every direction.